What's going on, guys? Bloo here, and here we are on MW3 because the MWR servers are down, and we're just going to be talking about next year's COD and the hype that's going to be around boots on ground and the sniping. Oh, your boy got a split triple headshot feed. First time on this game in so long. It's 2017. That shouldn't be exciting, but for me, it is. And with a triple stack. I can't be stopped. But anyways, before you complain about me using a Barrett and not having tax, I'm only level 22 on this account. So, yeah, I can't do too much. But without further ado, let's get into the topic at hand, and that is boots on ground for the next Call of Duty. They have announced that the next COD will be taking COD back to its roots. I've already talked about this, and you probably heard a lot of people talk about it as well, because it's really just the most important thing that's come about in the COD community recently. But it's going to be made by Sledgehammer Games. You know, I might as well talk about what I kind of want to see in a COD and what would make a good COD in my eyes. I'd say you could value my opinion since, you know, I play COD for a job. The fact that my most marketable skill is my COD sniping abilities, I'd say you could trust my opinion, so let's get into it. I want a game like this. A game like MW2. A game not like COD 4 if they're just going to remaster it because it will get boring. I want a game that's new and fresh and actually works as a game, you know? Like, I don't want there to be flying people all around the map. I don't want there to be specialists in there that are just OP like 5 times a game. I want it to be a game of skill versus skill. If I get shot at by someone who's better than me, I will die. But if I can, you know, get a better shot off than that better person, then I can win sometimes. Like, that's just how COD should be. But no, it's changed so much for no reason, really. I mean, like, it's to make stuff new, but they could have just kept making better games. Like, I don't see how they couldn't have. You can't really run out of wars, but they just made up wars. They have the most marketable thing in history to just base any game off of. War and violence and the history of the Earth developed by war. But nah, they gotta put it into space. For 3 years in a row. Not just 1 year in a row. 3 years in a row. So for the past couple years, I don't even know if it's 3. I lost count. Just however many years it's been in space, it's been kind of dark for the COD community. Like, the fact that we're still around, we should give ourselves a pat on the back that we've gotten through the jetpack COD years. We're finally getting through it, and they're bringing boots on ground back. So maybe there is some hope that, you know, next year, just some magic can happen. There's already been tweets from one of the directors at Sledgehammer talking about how this is going to be the most incredible COD ever, and that they can't say much, but there are boots and there are ground. And that's all anybody really needed to hear to know that they are serious about making this a game for us. So if they are really making this a game for us, the actual people who want to play COD every single day, then what do we want? What do we need in a game for it to be successful? Well, there's a lot of different factors, in my opinion, that go into making a COD game great. Like this game, I spent so much time on this game, and it is honestly the game that got me in phase at this point. I can say that, because imagine 1, imagine 2. My best 2 montages to date, and they were made within a month of each other. So this game was just the prime of FaZe Blue. And why was I able to play this game for such a long amount of time and able to hit such a variety of clips and make so much content on it? Because there was just 4 snipers that were good. There were not too many overpowered guns. There are attack inserts and quick draw pro that you can spawn in super duper fast. The maps were super good. The game modes were good. And there weren't jetpacks. That's really all you gotta do. I didn't even play the campaign on this game. They can just worry about that themselves. I do not care about the campaign. Just give me a game I can virtually kill people fairly. There are death streaks in this game. That's like one of the only flaws. Some of the kill streaks are overpowered. They need to work on making the kill streak system more balanced. Even the helicopter in COD 4 is overpowered just because it's the only kill streak and it's so powerful. So, like, there's ways to balance it out, but they need to think about it. It shouldn't be on us to try to think of a better game in general. You know, like, they're Call of Duty, one of the biggest video game industries in the world, and they still can't make a game that everybody likes, so I don't think I could do better just off the top of my head. But I think they should always include phase camos because it makes the game 20 times better. It's one of the only reasons I played BO3 for a little while, and then I got super into BO3, so thank you, phase camo. They need to stop taking maps from other CODs and just make new maps that are actually good. How many times have we seen Nuketown, Terminal, and just other maps like that? Like, I understand they're the best maps, but try to make some better ones. The most important thing to me, I think, is the way the game feels and looks overall. Like, MW2, I don't know how to describe it, but it just has that edgy feel of a COD that's, like, you know, intense. It's rugged. It's, like, rough. It's a war game. World at War was probably the best showcase of what an actual war game would be. Like, the campaign in that game is brutal, but it's incredible to play. And when your legs would get blown off in multiplayer, you'd feel like you're actually playing a war game. But then they added in, like, the most cartoonish stuff over time. It became less and less serious. It's, like, more friendly to kids. Like, obviously kids play Call of Duty, but the reason a lot of kids played Call of Duty is because it was a game that people got shot in. Not because it was applicable to kids, but because it wasn't applicable to kids. If you want to get more kids playing your game, make it more and more violent, and more kids will play it. More adults will as well. It's just how it goes. I don't need to go super into depth into every little thing, but you guys understand kind of the gist of what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of different factors that go into making a good COD, and I feel like at this point, I shouldn't be the only one to notice which are good and bad. I just know from my personal experiences which CODs I hope it's going to be like, and which CODs it's not going to be like, aka all of the things they've done recently. One thing they really need to do, take this thing out right here, C4. Don't put anything overpowered, explosive that just requires no skill whatsoever. I just shouldn't feel like I'm getting screwed when I've been playing this game for so long. Like, I feel like it should be getting better over the years, not worse. I mainly just hope this year is a turning point for COD, and that this boots on ground Call of Duty hypes up everybody, makes COD a competitive game, and, you know, the whole industry again. Because, I mean, it still competes for attention and, like, how much money they make by getting kids to get their mom's credit cards. But it doesn't compete on terms of an actual community, of an actual game, of anything like that. We've got a lot of work to do if we got to get anywhere close to that. People leave the COD community just because they want to take games more serious, and COD isn't serious enough. I mean, I know COD isn't that serious. I'm playing MW3 right now. There's no point in saying much more because you basically got the point. We just need a good COD, and they need to focus on the fundamentals. The fundamentals will make it more fun. Be sure to like and subscribe for all my new uploads. I'm going to be bringing out a couple sniper cycles on MWR when the servers get back up in the next few days, and I'm also going to be starting up a couple Let's Plays and playthroughs of sports games on my second channel. Try to get consistent on that again, so see you guys later.